Hi, and welcome to How to Burn Water. Are you looking for a fruity summer cocktail? Well, here is my blackberry mint lemonade with a grown-up twist. I'm making a pitcher and you're all invited. First, let's start with our simple syrup, and we're going to start with the mint. I'm going to put 6 sprigs on my board, and then I'm going to flip my knife over and bruise the mint with the back of my knife to release the essential oils. I'm not actually looking to cut the mint into pieces, I just want to bruise it. Next, I have a pot and I'm going to add a pint of blackberries. That's 2 cups of blackberries. I got these from a local farm and they are delicious. Then I'm going to add a cup of sugar and a cup of water and the mint. And I'm going to cook this over a medium-low heat. I'm not actually looking to bring it to a boil or cook everything. I'm just looking to warm it up enough so that the blackberries and the mint release their flavors into the sugar syrup and so that the sugar itself will melt. You want to make sure that you stir this occasionally, and that will help you figure out if the sugar is sufficiently dissolved enough. This is going to take only about 5 minutes to do. Just give it a stir and check it. Obviously, there's still a lot of sugar left here. So next, we're going to talk about the rest of our ingredients. Number 1 is the lemons. I have 2 lemons here. When buying fruit, you want to look for fruit that's heavier than it actually looks. That means heavier or higher water content, and water content means extra juicy. You can see here I have one lemon that's more round than the other. I like the ones that are more lemon shaped for garnish and making my dishes look pretty. But lemons like this that are round, I found, you can see when I squeeze it and when I throw it around, that it's easier to press on. It's a little bit juicier. The pith, meaning the white part in the center, is not quite as thick. And those are the lemons that are perfect for juicing. So here is the pith, and you can see how thick it is. This is in the one that I'm going to use for the garnish because it's a pretty lemon. This one's not quite as pretty, and it's a little bit difficult to see. But the pith in this one is not quite as thick as in the pretty lemon. But this one is perfect for making lemon juice and for squeezing because it's a nice juicy lemon. Now you can juice your lemons by hand, just squeezing them into a bowl. I'm going to use this one for garnish, obviously. But you can also use any kind of juicer. I have this handy little tool that I inherited from my grandmother. It's from the 1950s, and I think that it juices lemons perfectly. I'm not going to worry at this point about the actual seeds. I'm going to go ahead, squeeze about 8 lemons and 2 oranges. So I'll get about 1.5 cups of lemon juice and 1/2 cup of orange juice to add to my ingredients. So it's been about 5 minutes. Over the medium-low heat, as you can see, it hasn't come to a boil, but my simple syrup is now kind of a pretty pink color. If you'd like a darker purple color, then before you start to cook the simple syrup, mash the blackberries a little bit and you'll get a deep purple color. I personally love to nibble on those rum-soaked pieces of blackberries when we're all done, so I leave them whole. I know you're not going to want to wait for your sugar syrup to cool, so here is a quick tip for cooling the simple syrup quickly. I have a large bowl, and you could use a large pot also. I filled it with about 4 cups of ice and about 4 cups of water. And now I'm just going to set the pan directly into the ice bath. And I'm just going to let it cool. It'll take about 10 minutes to cool this. I do stir it occasionally, and it will help cool everything down faster. Or you can just let this cool to room temperature sitting out on its own, but we all know you're not patient enough for that. So here we are. It's about 10 minutes later, and I'm going to leave the blackberries in my lemonade, but I am going to take out the mint. So I'm just going to take out the big pieces of mint. There's a couple little tiny pieces in there. I'm totally okay with them being that way. I'm going to garnish with mint anyway. And now I'm going to pour it into my pitcher. I could not do this if the simple syrup was hot. I would break that pitcher. And again, if you don't want the whole blackberries, then leave them out. But now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of lemon juice. And I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of orange juice, also fresh squeezed. And of course, 1 cup of rum. This makes about 3/4 gallon. So the cup of rum is not too much. Obviously you can adjust it to your taste. And now I have 4 cups of ice. I really like the ice instead of adding, say, more water, or you can also add 1 liter of either club soda or seltzer water and give it a little fizz. If you're making this for a party and you want to make it ahead of time, don't add anything fizzy until the absolute last minute. But now I'm going to just finish adding everything. I'm going to give it a stir, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for probably about an hour or 2, because the longer it sits, the better it gets. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you try this delicious summer cocktail with either blackberries, which is my favorite, or blueberries or peaches. And again, thanks for watching.